Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And Matthews has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that catch puts him past the great Jerry Rice. For the most receiving yards in a single season, he's now up over 1,848.
At one point, we called Jerry Rice Flash. How about the dash we saw here today? The dash towards his record and past it. What a tremendous achievement. And how much fun is it for us to be here to witness it?
It's a pinch-me moment for us. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Dalton throwing on second down, surveying the field. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time. Wentz to Matthews. 52 yards. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. Now Wentz throwing on second down. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Matthews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after now from Sturgis. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah,
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Offside, defense.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. Finding time. Caught right side. Tate. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Second down, Dalton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. And Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals...
and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point coming now for Nugent. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here now another look at the rookie Carson Wentz leading his offense back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A final shot. The pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I got to go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll try to get the running game going with Ryan Matthews. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Wentz being chased out left. Now he'll got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And he's going to cut it back right. Cuts left. And the cutback to the sideline. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Bang! Blue kick!
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it with Hill. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
380.
Hill to try again. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
That's caught at the 2. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go with Hill. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Jeremy Hill stopped here on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Ryan Matthews now gets set and ready to go again here on offense. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. He's going to try and go deep again. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. A big pickup there on 3rd and 10, 39 yards.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Matthews with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Hill, the lone setback. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Now Dalton. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and backs it around.
Now Wentz forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go. He's got him in. Complete. Jordan Matthews all by himself. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point.
Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. A strong running. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for two, unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He completes it to Boyd. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. First and 10 for Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jeremy Hill was the one he was trying to hit there, and that'll bring up second down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Single. Ready. Wide 20. Wide 20.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready. Wide 20. Wide 20.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Wentz to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And what a game again. Another win for this unit.
And it's not even cookie cutter. We're seeing them win different ways each week. Confidence awfully high on this football team.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.